Hey guys, what's up? It's Carmela Maniac. If you're new to my channel, sit down, take off your coat, and stay a while, because today I will be breaking down and reviewing Dare You, which is a new song by NLE Choppa featuring, wait for it, Imagine Dragons. I saw this song and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to listen to this and I have to review this because it's such an unlikely pair up, and I thought it was funny. So here we are. Enjoy.
Minimum wage was back in them days, but now we get paid. They say I'm the
You can take my life.
Now, I am all for artists working with people they don't usually work with, and applaud them for trying something different. But like, even Imagine Dragons looks out of place on the album cover next to NLE Choppa. Like they took two magazine cutouts and then glued them together. It's kind of funny. Although Imagine Dragons have collabed with JID or JID before, so I guess it's not that groundbreaking, but it is still kind of amazing. Imagine Dragons and NLE both have such different styles, and I was a bit skeptical about this song, but was pleasantly surprised when NLE came in. First though, before we start talking about that, we have a very typical of Imagine Dragons kind of vocal chorus intro.
Dare you say it to my face? I dare you.
Then the heavy bass comes in along with NLE Choppa, and you're like, wow, they somehow found a style that fits with both artists' party members. Like, it's just heavy enough to match NLE's swagger, but also enough to where Imagine Dragons seems just a little bit more on the edgier side than usual.
I dare you.
too deep in the game. I'm keeping my foot in it, hating on me, but it made me go harder.
The vocal chorus by Imagine Dragons only makes NLE sound majestic and makes the song sound epic, which makes me question why I even thought the producers would have trouble blending the two styles together. I really loved how the chorus would come in occasionally for a whore.
Finding a race, surrounded by fakes, beating my stakes.
Like I said, it made it sound important and a little cinematic maybe, like an underdog gladiator about to fight a long-standing champion or something, I don't know. I feel like both parties also kind of met each other halfway with their vocal styles, just so that they would blend easier. In some parts of the song, NLE would have more melodic elements to his rapping to match Imagine Dragons.
Finding a race, surrounded by fakes, beating my stakes.
And Dan Reynolds kind of does this melody where he intentionally lets his voice break and sounds like he is, I don't know, I don't want to say trying too hard, but he is definitely trying beyond what he usually does with Imagine Dragons.
Wet your night and never get me out alive.
Now, I don't think I'm a fan of how Dan sings the chorus. I really feel like he was pressured either by himself or someone else to sing very edgily, and so was trying to do something different to kind of try and keep up with NLE's swagger. And at some points he forces out the first note on a line, and it sounds just a little bit weird to me.
Say I'm the
You can take my life. Wet your night and never.
Now, this is not to say that I don't like the way Dan sings. He has a very powerful voice, and I honestly don't think he needed to do all the extra steps to keep up with NLE. He was already there. Like in the end for the outro, Dan sings and he goes off here in my opinion. And the way he sings here is so much better and has more soul and emotion than the style he uses in the choruses.
I dare you. I dare you.
The beat is, of course, a little untraditional for NLE, but with the heavy bass, it still works and is able to keep up with his energy. In NLE's first verse, he's accompanied by a typical of Imagine Dragons drum sequence, which helps with the hype for NLE, but also reminds us that Imagine Dragons is indeed still in this song.
But it made me go harder, ran up a few wings, my bank account trim. I promise you ain't richer than my daughter. Life was closing.
Interesting to me to see how different elements like the Imagine Dragons drum sequence is so characteristic of Imagine Dragons, but put behind someone else can completely change the filter on the drums, and you see it and hear it in a different way. The same thing could be said about the little guitar lickles that play behind NLE as he sings the part.
Finding a race, surrounded by fakes, beating my stakes.
When NLE would do the verses, you could almost forget that Imagine Dragons was part of the song, or that the song should be different somehow. He was just straight vibing to the song.
9 lives, died 9 times, but I'm still sliding, trying to get in mine. Tell me who gon' ride if you switch sides.
I think, personally, NLE was a baller in this song. He absolutely nailed it, and I admire him and respect him even more for trying something new and successfully succeeding. I think this song is great and I loved it and was pleasantly surprised. I'm gonna give this song a 9.5 out of 10 on the Mellometer. Good job to both NLE Choppa and Imagine Dragons. You killed it and opened people's minds a little bit, I hope.
I dare you! I dare you!
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, or even if you didn't, please consider subscribing to the channel. Tell me what you guys thought of Dare You by NLE Choppa featuring Imagine Dragons in the comments below. Keep listening, and I'll talk to you guys later.